Good morning. This is day 2 of the 8B mission. Don't worry guys, I'm not gonna talk as much as yesterday because there's actually not so much to talk about, but I just want to get here the essentials really quickly done. Let's pull in our beautiful schedule again. Now as you can see, I already had my weigh-in. It's around 9 o'clock in the morning. And the scale said 63.4 kilograms, which is already quite low because, as you remember, for 64.8 kilograms was our starting weight, so we are already down 1.4 kilograms here. I already went to the bathroom in the meantime as well. And I'm fasted. I didn't have any breakfast. I feel on top of the world because I actually had a really nice sleep, although it was a little bit of a late night for me because I went to bed at around 2 o'clock in the morning because I wanted to get the video finished from yesterday so that I can upload it today, which is also kind of a struggle because my internet is so freaking slow. I definitely need to get a faster internet because maybe at some point also I want to do some live streams and stuff, and I think that wouldn't work at the moment. So I got to go to my favorite internet cafe before we get our fasted training in to upload the episode from yesterday basically. And then, so we are here now, okay, between the weigh-in and the fasted training. I'm gonna get my fasted training in, 45er, a little bit softer than yesterday because the energy is going to go down slowly. And then we're gonna hit the parallettes. That's gonna be an awesome session because we're gonna be really lightweight. We are not gonna be as strong as usual probably, but yeah, let's see how it goes. And then we're gonna throw in a max hangboard session at home to get the hypercompensation in for our attacking day on Sunday. Now, we want to get this done as early as possible, which means that I'm gonna pretty much go instantly after I make this shot because, as I said, we're emptying our glycogen stores during this session, okay? Now I still have glycogen in my muscles from my post-workout meal yesterday, which I smashed in at 18 o'clock, okay? After that was finished at 18 o'clock. After that, I didn't drink and I didn't eat anything anymore. Also not this morning. So, yeah. And after this session is done, I think I'm gonna make a few shots again and a bit of a voiceover so that we can see how it went. I'm gonna simply go home, do the hangboard session, track my weight, and then probably at some point in the evening or maybe to the night, I'm gonna start ketosis tracking because I already know that that's gonna be the critical moment where we're gonna hit ketosis. And it's gonna be really interesting when it takes place this time. It's always a little bit different, you know? Okay, so let's get it done.
Music is no longer irrelevant.
Alright, time for a little bit of commentary there. As always, I started the session off with some mobilizing and some stretching, business as usual. Then I went to the 45er and hit some holds basically. I grabbed some holds to get my fingers warm, and then I did my usual campusing as you're seeing right now. I felt really strong right from the beginning. I thought, okay, I'm already quite lightweight, obviously. The finger strength is still there. So I went quite all out on these campusing problems already. This one that you're seeing right now is actually quite hard, but I could send it instantly despite that, so was quite happy about that. And yeah, when the campusing was done, basically, it only took, I don't know, maybe 15 minutes or something, I started just like yesterday to invent a boulder from scratch, basically, with all stepping, just the same strategy as yesterday, super small holds, all stepping, because I wanted to be fast with the inventing, and I just wanted to get some small holds in to, get ready for the outdoor stimulus again. So let's see how that one went. what a nice problem. In the end it turned out to be somewhere around 70 plus or something. Really nice moves. I'm quite happy that I could send it in one session and also invent it in the same session. You know, it's always quite of a challenge. And yeah, I basically felt stronger than yesterday even on these small holds, although I was fasted here. So then I went straight into the parallettes basically, warmed up with some easier handstands and then went straight onto the straight legs handstand up here. This one is quite a lot harder actually than doing it with the tucked legs. And as you can see here, I'm always trying to get as straight as possible into the handstand. There's still potential there, but yeah, there's a little bit of progress here. And then I went straight into the planche attempt. And I gotta tell you, man, that went actually pretty good this session. This was my first attempt, and yeah, this was actually a lot better than what I've fabricated so far in my previous sessions. And this one here is already looking pretty nice actually. I can hold it a little bit here. I'm not completely horizontal, I'm still a little bit tilted, and of course my legs are not together. I'm still splitting them because putting them together is actually a lot harder. So yeah, I did a couple of attempts there. I really wanted to get into my shoulders, you know, get my shoulders destroyed so that they have a nice training stimulus to build up again. And yeah, that's basically the attempts that you're seeing here. I think from here on they are getting kind of sloppy. This one is a good one as well. But from here on it's getting kind of sloppy, I think. So I decided to stop it at some point and go over into my second exercise that I wanted to get done during this session, which was the bridge. Now, I actually like doing the bridge, or what can I say? I mean, since I've started these acrobatic things, you know, I'd like to do the bridge simply because I want to stretch my spine a little bit. At some point, it would be cool to get back into the back handspring, and for this you need kind of a lot of spinal flexibility, so to say. So I started to incorporate the bridge basically into my sessions more regularly. And one thing I can tell you, this is also great for body strength and also works great against climber's back, because obviously this is the completely other direction, okay? So yeah, incorporate the bridge if you're struggling with that as well. So let's see how the day progresses. So I just came home half an hour ago. Guess what that is? You guessed right, it's piss, okay? So as you can see, we're getting pretty dark here, and also this is not a lot of piss. So from now on, it is 17 o'clock now. I just got my weight checked. We are down at 62.3 kilograms, which is pretty damn lean already. I think I've never been that lean so quickly before on my fast, so that's gonna be interesting. So as you can see, I'm gonna basically collect my piss now every couple of hours to see if we're getting into ketosis. Here we've got my keto sticks, okay, as you can read here, keto sticks, I hope that's obvious. And here we've got a nice color table. Now what we're gonna do is, we're gonna take out one of these stripes here, one of these strips, and we're gonna close it again. I don't want it to be contaminated and anything. Now as you can see, we've got here a little bit of a small field on there. And now we're gonna test if this urine contains ketones. So we're gonna dip it in here a couple of seconds, and we're gonna get rid of any excess here, and then we're gonna wait 15 seconds, okay? Let me see if we can put that here in focus for you, because I know you're eager to see how my piss reacts with the keto stick. So as you can see here, let's get our color table. Now, as you can see, we're still at the bottom end, okay? After 15 seconds here. So there's no ketones in this urine. We're still not in ketosis. We've got still some residual glycogen stores in our bodies somewhere, okay? And that's after 23 hours dry fasted. So we started yesterday at 18 o'clock. Now it's Friday at 17 o'clock. I'm still due for a hangboard session, which is gonna be later than I would like to, but we gotta get it done anyway. So yeah, that's basically it. I'm gonna collect my urine every couple of hours or so to see how the progress is going with the ketosis. Let's see how it goes. Next on the menu, the hangboard session. I'm just warming up here with a couple of simple hangs, and here's a little bit of a bonus tip. If you're hanging regularly on a wooden hangboard and with really small and greasy holes, you know, just you can file a little bit of a profile into the calluses of your fingertips. It's going to increase your friction a lot, and that's what I've been doing here in this shot. So just to explain this here real quickly for you, how I run my hangboard sessions, I basically step on the scale and see how much weight I can pull off. First one arm, then the other arm, then I make a bigger break, and then the other arm, and then the one arm again. And between the two arms, between the two hands, basically in one set, I do roughly 10 to 20 seconds rest or something, just to get my nerves back to zero, you know, to be fully nervally rested for the next hang. But I think my real me is gonna explain more. Boom! Now that was one hell of a session. It was actually the best hangboard session, the best max hangboard session that I had so far in my life, I would say. Now, because I already know that I'll get comments like, hey Manny, you know, that's not accurate, because when you're stepping on the scale like this, you don't get accurate numbers and stuff. Okay, let me tell you here real quickly how I analyze and write down my hangboard sessions usually. So as you have seen probably already with some shots before, and also how I probably already explained by a voiceover, I always do 8 hangs per session. Okay, now the first rule when you making your progress measurable is that you do everything the same. Okay, you dial it in the first 2-3 sessions, and then you keep everything the same, you know, all the resting times, all the hanging times, and all that stuff. Okay, so what we're gonna see here is I always do 8 hangs per session, per hangboard session. Okay, 8 hangs right hand, 8 hangs left hand. Now I always start with another hand. As you can see, I started here in this session with my left hand. We see here 75 kilograms left. And in my next session here we see 60 kilograms right. And in the session of today we again here, the first hang, we see 57 kilograms left. So that I always alternate my starting hand, and throughout the session we are alternating starting hands again. So we are ending the first hang here with the right hand, and we're starting the next hang with the right hand, ending the second hang with the left hand, starting the third hang with the left hand, ending the third hang with the right hand. Okay, so we get an asymmetry out of the equation that we always have when we always start with the same hand, our hangs. Okay, because this will get more how should I say, nerval engagement. Okay, when you always start with your right hand, for example, your right hand is gonna always be a little bit fresher, even if you do your 20 seconds rest between your single hangs. Okay, so that's important. Always switch up your starting hands here. Now I always measure my training weight. Okay, so now today I wear my pants. It's not my body weight, which I measured with another scale actually. So it's actually my training weight. Okay, so as you can see, I had here 64 kilograms, which means pretty much just 64 kilograms training weight. Today I had 62.5 kilograms, which means I calculated with 63 kilograms, because I always round this value, because calculating with a decimal point here is really difficult when you're trying to do max hangs in the meantime and your brain is occupied with completely different shit. Okay, so we're always rounding this stuff. 62.5 gets rounded to 63. 62.4 would have been rounded to 62. Okay, so now here we're still in the 63 kilograms. Now what am I doing? I'm stepping on the scale and simply see how much weight I can pull off. Now here we can see I actually pulled off the whole 63 kilograms today because I was strong as hell. Okay, I could hang this edge for the first time in my life one-handed. Never did that before. It's pretty much crazy. It's an insane fitness jump here. And also we've got 58 kilograms with the left hand here, which is this is my right hand. My right hand is roughly 6 to 5 to 7 kilograms stronger than my left hand. Okay, so with my left hand we've got 58 kilograms today. With the left left hand, that's pretty damn good as well. So now, because there can be variations, okay, there can be mistakes in these single hangs, was something that I always do and that I would highly recommend you doing as well, is I calculate the mean value of all of these hangs, of all the left hangs and all the right hangs, and write that in addition at the bottom of every single session, so that I have a mean value that I can track as well, okay? Now, as you can see, today our mean value for the right hand was 62.8 kilograms, which is pretty damn good. That's pretty much 3 kilograms more than the last session, 59.6 kilograms here. Now, the mean value for the left hand, 56.9 kilograms left, that's again roughly 3 kilograms more than the last value, 54.0 kilograms, okay? So as you can see, by meaning this out, you can create an even more accurate tracking value that you can track over your sessions, okay? And this is not my first hangboard session. As you can see here, I already started with this kind of training back in April, okay? Actually, I did my first session on the 8th of April, and I was down there, as you can see, 58. The mean value for my right hand was 58 kilograms right, and the mean value was 51.8 kilograms left. Now, this is a hell of an improvement, as you can see. That's 5 kilograms more. Now, I wouldn't even be able to track that if I would not have kept everything the same all the time. The trend is your friend. It doesn't matter if your method of measuring is somewhat inaccurate when you do everything the same all the time, using the same scale all the time, using the same method all the time, because then you will always get the same inaccuracy all the time, and it's gonna flatten out with the trend, okay? The trend is your friend, so that's how that works. That's how you make your progress measurable. And yeah, that's what I've been doing over the past couple of 2-3 months. And as you can see, I can definitely see a big improvement here. I could, for the first time hang this with my right hand. And this is actually a fasted hangboard session here. As you can see here, half crimp max hangs fasted. So that's pretty amazing, actually, to see that just with the leftovers, basically, of your glycogen stores in your forearms, you can pull off such a crazy session. There's one more voiceover that needs to be done, and this is from this shot where I forgot to simply turn on my microphone on the camera. That's super annoying. This was basically the urine test from 20 o'clock from 8 p.m. And as you can see, we are already down here at 62.1 kilograms. This was after the hangboard session. And as you can see, the ketone strip already showed some color here. So I like to categorize them from 1 to 6, these fields here. And as you can see, it's matching pretty well here with the third field. So yeah, we're already into the keto transition here at 20 o'clock. And one more thing that I want to show you here is actually the urine probe from 17 o'clock. As you can see, some sediments have flocked out here, and I think this has something to do when the urine actually cools down a bit. These sediments tend to flock off and become visible and making the urine intransparent. So this is the stuff you're kind of kicking when you're dry fasting, you know? This is some crazy shit that basically coming out of your body. Is it good or bad? Hard to say, but yeah, that's how it goes when you're dry fasting. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another round of piss analysis. It is 22 o'clock or 10 p.m. I just came back from a weigh-in. We're down at 61.9 kilograms at 8.0% body fat. Let's see what we're doing here, how we do. I'm pretty sure we're showing quite some dark color on this one. You're gonna see. Let's strip off the excess. I'm getting out of the lighting here so that you can see. Ooh, and we're turning red here real quickly. I'm gonna try to get this into focus for you guys. So let's pull our table in here. So as you can see, we're here at the 5th category of ketones, I would say. That matches pretty well here. So welcome to ketosis. From now on, it's going downhill. It's gonna go downhill rapidly with my weight and yeah, also with my energy and stuff like that. So just in case you're interested what the other urine samples look like already, as you can see on the 17 o'clock urine, the sediment has already settled. The sediment has flocked out already also on the, I think that was 20 o'clock, right? The 20 o'clock urine. So we see how that's gonna develop. Good evening. Guess what I had for post-workout meal today? Nothing, of course. We fasted, man. We dry fasted like crazy. So nothing's going into my trap, nothing to drink, nothing to eat, of course. So yeah, I would like to recap here real quickly what we did today. Let's pull in our beautiful schedule here. So I'm a little bit pissed because I did this shot already 2 hours ago and I still was not, or I was just at the, you know, at the transition into ketosis, and I delivered a really nice shot, okay? So now I am in full ketosis, as you know, because you've seen the 22 o'clock measurement. And it's, of course, my brain doesn't work as well anymore, but we still try to get this shot done one more time, okay? So let's do it. We started the day fasted, no breakfast, of course. We had a weigh-in in the morning at 9 o'clock. It was 63.4 kilograms at 8.8% body fat, okay? Then we went into the gym, trained, fasted like crazy, had one of the best sessions ever actually in my life. Really cool boulder sent on the 45ers, small crimps, just as planned. I actually went a little bit harder than I thought because I felt great, so why not? And then afterwards I hit the parallettes again, personal best there. I could hold the how should we call it, the lady planche for a couple of seconds. This was not the full planche, of course, but we're getting there, so definitely a new personal best there. And then we went home doing a max hangboard session. Now, already before we did the max hangboard session, I think we measured the first urine test for ketones, and we also tracked our weight. It was at 17 o'clock. We weighed in with 62.3 kilograms at 8.2 body fat, and the urine ketone test showed 0. Okay, zero freaking ketones in my urine at 17 o'clock. So we're still out of ketosis there. Got my hangboard session done again, personal best, like crazy, hanging the freaking edge one-handed with my right hand. That's pretty nice, never did that before. And after this hangboard session at 20 o'clock, we got the next weigh-in, 62.1 kilograms. That's not a hell lot of a difference. That's only 0.2 kilograms of a difference between 17 o'clock, so 0.2 kilograms lost in 3 hours. Now here, from 9 o'clock to 17 o'clock, we lost over a kilo. No, we actually lost close to a kilo, 0.9 kilograms, okay? So we lost during this session quite a lot of weight actually. Now here we were at 8.1 body fat, 8.1% body fat, and the urine ketones at 20 o'clock showed 3, not 0 anymore. So we know that we were already into the keto transition there. Now, as you can see here, entering ketosis at 26 hours in, 26 hours since we started the dry fast. Now, we already got the next measurement in to make sure, okay, that we are in ketosis actually. 22 o'clock, 61.9 kilograms, 8.0% body fat, and full-on ketones, okay? Ketones, urine ketones 5. I actually forgot to write that down. Let's do it real quickly here. UK 5, okay? Urine ketones 5. So we're in full-on ketosis now. From now on, we're gonna lose weight like crazy. We're losing fat like crazy. The mind is gonna get slow. The editing of the video is gonna be exhausting as hell. But anyway, it's going great here in fasting land so far. The weather plays into our cards as well, so everything is going according to plan actually. The weather is still quite shit today. Tomorrow it's gonna dry up hopefully and gonna be a little bit warm still. And Sunday still looks like it's gonna be the coldest day and the dry day, okay? So we're gonna crush full on. So yeah, that's how it's going here. I hope to see you tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm tuning in with the next episode, day 3 of the 8B mission. It's gonna be awesome, and it's gonna actually be the hardest day of them all so far, I tell you this much. Although we trained like crazy, we trained our balls off here on these 2 days, Thursday, Friday. Tomorrow, this rest day, is gonna be the hardest day. It's gonna be amazing. Alright, hope to see you there, guys. Bye.